Good Shabbos, everyone. Help us with a tradition. First of all, if you're here as a guest or a member, you have a name for Kaddish tonight, please make sure you checked off the name as you came in that are outside the doors or with our ushers. We're welcome to add a name that you'd like us to read for Kaddish at the end of services. But now, what's important is to come together as a community. So find someone you're sitting near who you may or may not know, introduce yourself to them, wish them a good Shabbos. We begin our service on page 16 of our prayer book as we invite up to the bima our bar mitzvah's parents and younger sibling, Amy and David Gach, and Eli, to kindle our Shabbos candles and to bless the Shabbos wine.
Let us welcome Shabbat with light and with love.
May we bring Shabbat into our hearts, into our souls, and into our homes.
May the glow of these candles light our way in the world.
May we never feel lost or alone with our people by our side.
May the glow of these tapers bring a spirit of renewal to our lives.
May we see our world with eyes that are wise.
May the flames that we kindle inspire us with the warmth of our people and the faith they cherished.
As we bless these candles, so may we be blessed by their light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who has commanded us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. May we be blessed with the joy of Shabbat. May we be blessed with the holiness of Shabbat. May we be blessed with the warmth of Shabbat. May we be blessed with Shabbat peace. Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat is to teach us that life can be filled with holiness and happiness only if we take the time to experience what the world has to offer. As we praise God for the sweetness of wine, so too do we express our appreciation for the sweetness of life, for all of the blessings that life has to offer, for home, health, love, work, friendship, and especially for the chance to appreciate the gifts we've been blessed with. Do we raise the cup that has symbolized the fruit of the vine and the joy of the Shabbat?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Blessed are you, eternal God, world of the universe, who has created the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lamikra'e kodesh zeicher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'yahava uberatzon inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
In the 13th year of a young man's life, he has the privilege and responsibility to read from Torah for the first time and teach his congregation from that which he has read. More than just chanting Torah and Haftarah, we ask our students to lead us in worship on Shabbat. So more than what occurs on this day, they know the prayers of our people, they know they belong, and they're part of a much larger and greater community. So on this Shabbos, they're honored to call to the Bima to become Bar Mitzvah Avery Harold Gach. Avery is the son of Amy and David Gach and the brother of Eli, the grandson of Gail and Sidney Mintz and Shelley Gach Droz and Alan Droz, and the late Harold Gach. And so we invite Avery to our Bima now to lead us in our worship on this Shabbos Eve.
We turn to page 20 and rise for the call to worship. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvarach. Praise be our God, to whom all praise is due. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed. Praise be our God, to whom all praise is due, now and forever.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach sha'arim, uvit vuna meshanei itim, uma achlif et hazmanim, seder et hakohavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Praised are you, our God, ruler of the world, who brings about the evening star. Your wisdom makes the dawn appear. You differentiate the times and seasons of our lives. The stars follow their courses as a sign of the divine creative force in the universe. Borei yom v'layla goleo or. Mipnei hoshech v'hoshech mipnei or. umavir yom, umevi lila, umavdil bein yom, uvein lila. Adonai, Tzevaot Shemo, El Chai, v'kayam timid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. You have created the day and night. Even though you cause the day to disappear and you bring on the night, you have developed the separation and distinction one from the other. We call you ruler of the universe, but you are our living God. May you create understanding among us so that we might never take nature for granted. Praised are you, our Creator, who causes the night to fall. As we recite the watchword of our faith, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levevecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha. Ve'hayu hadevarim ha'elech asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha. Vishinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha, bevetecha, uvlechtecha v'aderech, u'shokbecha, uvkumecha. Ukshartam leot al yedecha, v'hayu letotafot ben enecha. Uchtavtam al mezuzot betecha uvisharecha. Leman tizkeru vasitem et komitzotai vitem kedoshim Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher hotzeiti etem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. You shall love the Eternal, your God, with all your soul, with all your heart, and with all your heart. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand, and they shall be a symbol before your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I, the Eternal, am your God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I, the Eternal, am your God. These words have been a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path.
Faith and choice bring understanding to the soul and sensitivity to the heart.
In all times and places, our God has been a part of our lives.
Our faith has been our rock and our help.
We witnessed God's wonders when we went free from Egypt.
When slavery's chains were broken, we witnessed it.
May those who have the faith to believe also have the wisdom to be kind. O God, in whom we have all hope, we glorify your name now as our people have praised you throughout history.
מי כמוך פעילים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסיף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסיף אלה, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
We turn to page 25 and rise for the Amidah. We pray silently, either as our prayer books reads or as our hearts may prompt.
לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי
Adonai sefatai titach ufi agita hilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu. Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol. V'zocher hasdei avot v'imahot u'mevii gula livnei v'neihem lema'an shemo be'ahava melech ozer u'mashiach u'magin. Baruch atah Adonai magin Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai mechayei hakol atah rav lehoshia. Meshiv haruach umorid hagashem, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofe holim, umatir asurim, kayem emunato lishenei afar. Mi chamocha ba'al gevurot, umidom elach, Melech mamid chaye u'matzmiat Yeshua v'ne'eman ata l'chai hayotako Baruch ata Adonai mechaye hakol Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kdoshim b'chol yom Yehalelucha Selah Baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh. You are holy and your name is holy. And we sing your praises every day. Praised are you, the holy God. Please be seated. Thanks.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Ufros aleinu Sukat shlomecha L'chaim u'shalom Me'ata v'ad olam Me'ata v'ad olam Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim
Let us lie down in peace, O God, and permit us to wake up in the security of knowing that we are safe and loved. Be a shield around us and keep enemies, disease, violence, homelessness, and hunger far away from those that we love. Keep us safe in the shadow of your wings, for you are our protector. You show compassion and mercy when you permit us the experience of seeing the shelter of your peace. Give to your people, Israel, and the world a time of peace.
V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
As Israel has preserved the Sabbath, so the Sabbath has preserved Israel. It is an everlasting covenant between God and the children of Israel. It is a reminder of creation, for in 6 days God created the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day God sanctified all life with rest. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands. And may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Blessed is eternal, the source of peace.
This day is Shabbat, one day that we have during our busy lives and our hectic weeks to slow down, to take some time for ourselves. The ancient mystics would use meditation as a way of connecting with God, and so we follow in their footsteps now and take a few moments to look within as well. I invite you to close your prayer books and to put them away. Take a moment to trust. Trust enough not just to release yourself from the written word, but to close your eyes and to look within. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in, slowly inhaling through your nose, and breathe out, exhaling through your mouth. Continue to focus on your breathing, something that we do thousands of times each day without noticing, without paying attention to it. Breathe in, breathing in God's gift to us, and breathe out, sharing your gift with the world. The mystics had 72 different names for God. Using different letters that they put together, they spelled words that described God's attributes, qualities of God, who God is, what God does, when God acts. One of those Hebrew names was made up with the letters Lamed, Lamed, and Hey, spelled Lila. Lila. Say that name in your mind. Repeat it to yourself. Lila. It means night. Nighttime is the time that we begin to dream. Think about your dreams for a moment. Dreams of what the future might hold. Your hopes, your aspirations. Name those dreams, those desires that you have. As you think of them, name them silently to yourself. Lila. night, our dreams. During night was also a moment that we gave ourselves to recharge, to re-energize. And as we lie down to sleep, our tradition is that God strengthens our souls, renews us, reinvigorates us. As you think about your dreams, what does it mean for those dreams to be refreshed, for them to be renewed? When we think of them, strengthens our resolve, strengthens our ability to start thinking of what we can do to make those dreams a reality. And when we do that, we make this day a little more kadosh. We make it a little more holy. Zehayom asa Adonai, Nagila v'nismechavo. This is the day that God has created. Let us be glad in it. Let us rejoice in it. Hine ma tovu manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad.
Hine ma tovu manaim, shevet achim gam yachad.
When a Jew has something to celebrate joy in their life, we don't just do it in the intimacy of their home. We do so in their community, that they get to enjoy that with those around as well. And so, a few weeks, a month or so before their wedding, is an opportunity to share in the joy of Melissa Levy and Brett Mertz, as they will be walking to the chuppah very, very soon. And we invite them up to the bima at this time to join us. Are they not here yet? Are they here? I see family members. I didn't see. Where are you guys hiding? We're only going to throw candy at you when you're up on the bima, not when you're standing back there, so you're not protected right now. And we share in that as well as we come together.
We say, Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors. We thank you for all of your blessings, but most of all, for the gift of love that you have given to Melissa and to Brett. Love is one of the highest experiences that we as human beings can have, simply because it adds so much dimension and meaning to our lives. Give these, your children, a love that will be nurtured through communication and support. Let them open up their lives to each other, and may they grow together as a couple while they celebrate each other's uniqueness as individuals. Let them become devoted to each other through care and concern, through giving and sharing. Give them a strength that shall not falter and an intimacy that leaves no room for reservation.
Melissa and Brett, what this moment does is sets you up as an example for others, just as others have been examples for you as well. As you stand here on this bima now, so the parents of our bar mitzvah stood here to get married many moons ago, and so there are bar mitzvah children who watch and wonder what's happening, and again, it's all about this continuity in life and the blessings that we experience together. May you always have that joy, the smiles that radiate from both of you when you're holding hands, when you're laughing together, when you're experiencing life. May this month, these next 4 weeks, be weeks of calm, perspective, love, and also the reality of what you're accomplishing is what you've set out to do for many, many months and even these years together. That you're celebrating now what you've wanted to do, and so make the most of every moment. Make this today part of this journey as well as we look upon you and see the blessing. May you always be each other's best friends, being able to share confidently and be able to share intimately. May you always appreciate the blessing that you are for each other and the honesty and the intimacy that you have in your lives. With so much love that surrounds you on this day, may you have that carry you up to the chuppah that we'll be under together soon. And so with that in mind, we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'achianu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu, la'azman hazeh. Bless you, God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, who has sustained us, and brought us to this awesome moment in your life, in your journey, together to share with you. And we all say, Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'echianu
Till they get closer. Wait till they get closer. No, go. Just go walk. Walk. It's got moving targets. Go. Go.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Hey, you guys want to help me clean up?
Come
on. Yeah. Come on down. Avery's cousins get to come help. Great to have projectiles that we aim at our friends and family, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. We continue our service with the reading of the Torah on page 31. As is our tradition, in honor of my bar mitzvah and in thanks for their love and their kindness, I call upon my mom and dad, Grandma Gail and Grandpa Sid, Grandma Shelley and Papa Alan. It shall come to pass in the fullness of time that the mountain of the Eternal's house shall be established as the highest mountain and raised above the hills, and all nations shall flow to it. And many people shall come and say, Come, us go up to the mountain of the Eternal, to the house of the God of Jacob. Then we may be taught the ways of our God and walk in the path of the Almighty.
Avery, first, as your grandparents place this tallis on you, So we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kisham v'tav v'tzivanu, lahit tatef bat tzitzit. Blessed are you, God, ruler of the universe, has given us commandments, command us to wear a talis, the garment of our responsibility. Hugs and kisses. And as your other grandparents give you this talis bag, beautifully made by Gail, your grandmother, so you give them big hugs and kisses too.
To Avery, our gentle giant, we are so proud of the person you are and the man you are becoming. You are truly a mensch. You fill us with laughter from your witty sense of humor, love from your kind heart, and you keep our social calendar filled with sporting events to attend. Not only are you an amazing son, but you are the best brother. Being a brother to Eli has taught you compromise, patience, acceptance, and unconditional love. And you have taken it upon yourself to always protect him. Dad and I hope you continue to grow and to live your life reaching for the fences. We love you.
Awkward tour hug. Okay.
Our God and the God of our ancestors, as I stand before this ark, I represent the generations of my people who stood before you and who have lived and died by your law. Give me the wisdom to understand the words that shall be read from your Torah. Endow me with the sensitivity that can make this law a part of my life and the length of my days. May your word be a lamp unto our people's feet and a light unto our path, showing us the way to a reality that is true and a life that is righteous.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai
Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Ahad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Our God is one, our God is great, holy is God's name.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים כי מציון תצא תורה אדוני מירושלים ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה
Our Torah portion this Shabbat is Bereshit as we begin once again the reading of Torah with Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, which you can find on page 18 of our Chumashim, for those who like to follow along with Avery as he chants his Torah portion. We call upon our first Aliyah grandparents of our Bar Mitzvah, Gail and Sid Mintz and Shelley and Alan Droz. Ya'amdu Gitabash, Va'icha V'chaya Sarah, Shimon ben Sion ben Avram Diamanda, Rachel bat Label, Avram ben Lazar, Rishon.
Le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher borcha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz ve'ha'aretz hayita tohu vavohu ve'choshech al penei tehom ve'ruach Elohim merachefet al penei hamayim Vayomer Elohim yehi or vayhi or Vayar Elohim et ha'or ki tov vayavdel Elohim ben ha'or uven ha'choshech vayikra Elohim la'or yom v'lechoshech kara laila vayhi erev vayhi voker yom echad.
We call upon our second Aliyah, the parents of our Bar Mitzvah, Amy and David. Ya'amdu Abraleah bat Shimon v'Gita, David ben Tzvi Rachel, Sheni.
Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayomer Elohim yehi rakia betoch hamayim v'hi mavdil ben mahayim lamayim vayas Elohim et harakia vayavdel bein hamayim asher mitachat larakia uvein hamayim asher me'al larakia vayichem vayikra Elohim larakia shamayim vayhi erev vayhi voker yom sheni.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
We call upon our maftir, our bar mitzvah. Ya'amod Avram Zvi ben David ben Abra, Shlishit bar mitzvah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Elohim, yikavu chamayim, mitachat hashamayim, amakom echad, v'tzera'eh hayabasha, vayhichen. Vayikra Elohim layabasha, eretz u'mikveh hamayim, kara yamim, vayar Elohim, ki tov. Vayomer Elohim, Tadsheh ha'ayetz, Deshe Esev, Mazriya Zera, Eitz Pari, Osei Pari, let me know, Asher Zaravo, Al Ha'aretz, Vayhichem, Vatotze Ha'aretz, Deshe Esev, Mazriya Zera, let me know who, Va'etz Osei Pari, Asher Zaravo, let me know, Vayar Elohim, Kito, Vayehi Erev, Vayehi Voker, Yom Shalishi. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
When God created earth, it was dark and empty. God thought to himself, this has to be changed. He said, let there be light, and then there was light. He liked this and made part of the day light and part dark, which was night. God separated land and sea. The land was earth. On earth, he created plants and trees with fruits and vegetables. God was happy about what he created. My portion from Genesis is about beginnings and God pausing at the end of each day to recognize that things were good. I can relate to this to my life because I too have had new beginnings. I recently started middle school. While I was slightly nervous about getting lost, I didn't. I had new teachers, new responsibilities, and new challenges. I worked hard throughout my 6th grade year and have just begun a new school year in 7th grade. As I pause to reflect on this new beginning, I am proud that I did it. Life is good. Because of this new school, I have made so many new friends. As I look out and see all my friends, old and new, here supporting me, I too recognize that things in my life are good. 2 years ago, I joined a new travel baseball team. I was nervous to switch teams and make a bunch of new friends and play for different coaches. After playing for the Cobras for over 2 years now and traveling to Cooperstown, New York for the best baseball tournament in all of baseball, I realized how lucky I am to have joined this team and made so many new great friends. And guess what? Life is good. I recently started a new sport, tackle football. There were new plays, new rules, new coaches, new teammates, and a very nervous mom. I took these new challenges on like a beast and learned to be tough. Guess what? Life is good. Becoming a bar mitzvah means to me that I have turned 13 years old and have become a man in the eyes of the Jewish faith. Even though I am taller than Rabbi Mike, am I really a man? But to me, it means that I have worked hard, studied, and prepared for this day for over 6 months. During that time, I have learned to read Hebrew better. I have learned to chant the prayers and my Torah portion. It means standing up on the bima today, surrounded by my family and friends while they all support me. I've been a part of the Shir Shalom family well since before I was born. I've heard this story many times of how my mom's family were the founding members. This, along with celebrating Shabbat on Friday evening with my family and celebrating the high holidays, has prepared me for today. Today I'm honored to be wearing the talit of my great-grandfather Herman Gach. I never had the privilege to meet him or my grandpa, Harold Gach. I know from my father and grandmother that they were both kind men that everybody liked and no one had a bad word to say about. They both valued their Jewish heritage and put family above all else. Becoming a bar mitzvah means that I am carrying on the strong Jewish faith of my family, even those that aren't physically present to help me but are here in spirit. I now call upon my brother Eli and my cousins Isaac, Eden, Lucy, Layla, and Harrison, and Will to be the Hagba and Galila, who will hold and dress the Torah on this special day of my life.
Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratzah v'divrechem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai Habocher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo v'Yisrael amo u'v'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. My Haftorah comes from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 42. Mi iver ki im avdi v'cheresh kemal achi eshlach. Mi iver kim shulam ve'iver ke'eved Adonai. Ra'ot rabot velo tishmor pakoach oznayim velo yishma. Adonai hafetz leman psiko yagdil Torah v'yagdir. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol haolamim tzadik b'chol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh hamdaber kayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek. All ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al hanvi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnucha lechavod u'tifaret. All hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarchim otach yitbarach shimcha b'fi kol chai tamid leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat.
Yes, Avery, as you said, you chanted beautifully for us from the story of Genesis of creation, which so many of us grew up with. We've known the most well-known story possibly in our Torah of our 6 days of creation and Shabbat, and there are so many lessons contained within there. Some think it's just the fact that we have to celebrate our natural world, the beauty in it. Every year we find ourselves reading this in the midst of fall foliage and all the colors that are abundant in our world, and sunshine like today with the cool, crisp air upon our cheek, and it reminds us of the natural beauty in our world. And some say it's the idea of this day of Shabbat and giving ourselves pause and perspective just for a brief moment, one day in the midst of the hecticness of our life, and how significant that is as well. But for you, my friend, there's two things I want you to keep in mind. One, the ancient rabbis say the whole story of creation is about how humanity came to be and why we were created last. Sometimes it seems we're a little too full of ourselves, and we look at our world and think it's all there for us, and we are so great and mighty, and the intricacies of our bodies and magnificence of humanity. And then we might ask, but why were we created last? And that's when the rabbis taught, never be so proud of yourself to forget the fact that fleas were made before you were. These little measly things that seem to have such little significance in our world in comparison came first. It's a nice dose of perspective that sometimes we need. But one other thing that God teaches us in the story of creation. In the sixth day, when God does make humanity, God says the words, "Let us make man in our image." Let us make man in our image. We've been taught all along as Jews, we believe in one God. We say, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. God is one. So who could God be talking to if there's nothing else in our world before creation starts, when God says, let us make man in our image? And again, the rabbis teach us, God here was speaking to the angels. Now, if you're curious and wondering why, and we have angels in our faith as Jews, you can ask those questions during Tish. But the reality here is it's very particular why God is doing this. That God is saying, even God who could do all of this on God's own, God who made everything else in our world, that God realized sometimes it's more important to share in that glory. Rather than saying, look what I have made, look what we have made. Rather than doing it all by yourself, that sometimes it matters more that we take a moment and include others in our world, and that we don't ever have to go at it alone. And I think, Avery, that may be the very reason why we have bar mitzvah, that you get to realize, even with all your talent and your greatness and your awesomeness that we've seen displayed tonight, and you leading us so brilliantly, that even there, you don't have to do it all by yourself. You've got a hometown crowd here like I've never seen at Temple before. Yes, you said so many here, not just your grandparents, were here 31 years ago when Temple started. By God, many of us were here 13 years ago at your bris, the biggest bris, I think, known to Temple Shir Shalom, with over 200. Ooh, when I say the biggest bris, that sounds inappropriate. In numbers of people here, what were you thinking? 200 people here celebrating with your family that day. You have so many in your life that you can remember, no matter whether it's coming to you easy or not. You can call on reserves, people who will support you and love you and be there for you. And we all can rely on that. We never have to go at it alone. And that, I think, is the greatest story in creation. The beauty of our world, yes, but that our world's made for us to share with one another in all of our days. Amen. In the midst of our prayers, we pause for a moment and turn to our thoughts of those in need of strength and healing. We walk around with the Torah, we reach out and we touch it. We mention those names out loud of those we're thinking of in our prayers. We gain strength in having Torah in our midst. Has been a source of hope and strength for our people, literally for thousands of years. Please rise. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Yisrael Le'Avracham Hu Yivrech et Tohon. Merciful God, who has blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. Send your blessings to our loved ones who are stricken with illness and anxiety. Special as friends and family we think of this time, Alyssa Yoto, Muhammad Akand, Susan Averbach, Batya, Pesha Penina, Carol Binder, Pat Burkall, Eugene Blakeman, Chris Burke, Joel Bussell, Pat Carey, Karen Kasman, Barry Chernick, Bill Cooperstock, Gary Fishman, Miriam Farber, Howard Goldberg, Shirley Halperin, Hank Heiser, Vera Hopkins-Gordon, Christy Jessup, Fran Claren, Yvonne Krasny, Henry Leopold, Zoe Marcus, Tony Michaels, Larry Miller, Sherry Minland, Deborah Mursky, Scott Miles, Harold Newman, Stephen Newman, Judy Nussbaum, Rabbi Robert Nosenchuk, Eric Perez, Annette Pines, Miriam Leah Batan Elva Esther, Jason Poland, Ryan Romanchuk, Alan Rosen, Sylvia Rosen, the St. Amman family, Ernest Schoen, Sonia Sklar, Steve Sinkoff, Dan Sonnenberg, Evelyn Soroka, Harriet Waddellette, Lisa Mendelson Weiner, Loretta Ziegelman, as well as the 20,000 and 95 American troops have been injured in Iraq and Afghanistan to date, and all the names in our hearts. Baruch atah narafel cholim. Blessed you, God, give strength to those in need.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We turn to page 39 and rise. Havu godel lelehenu utnu chavod la Torah. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah. Yehalu et Shem Adonai ki nisgav shemo levado. Let us praise God's name, for it is exalted above all.
Hodo an eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren li'amo tehila lechol chasidav libnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Torat Adonai tamima meshivat nafish. Edut Adonai ne'emana machkimat peti. The law of our God is perfect, restoring the soul. The testimony of the Eternal is sure, making wise the simple. Pikudei Adonai Yisharim. Mi samche lev mitzvat Adonai bara me'irat enayim. The precepts of our God are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Eternal is clear, enlightening the eyes. Yirat Adonai tehorah omedit la'ad. Mishpete Adonai emet tzedku yachdav. The presence of our God is pure, enduring forever. Judgments of the Eternal are true and righteous altogether. Ki likach tov, natati lachem, torati al ta'azavu. Behold, I have given you a good doctrine, my Torah. Do not forsake it.
It's chayimi lamachazim ba v'to mechea meushar terachea darecheinu am v'chol netivoteinu
Right, dude, face me, dude. Oh, God, it's right there. Please be seated. Stacy, please be seated. Avery, we call upon a member of our board of directors, Dr. Howard Blank, to give you these gifts on behalf of our congregation at this very special time in your life.
Mazel tov, Avery. You were awesome. I talked to your dad about a week ago. He said you were ready, and he was right. You knocked it out of the park. It was a slam dunk. You did a great job. On behalf of the board of directors, I present you several gifts. Prayer book for the high holidays. On behalf of the Brotherhood, a tree will be planted in the Temple Shir Shalom Forest in Israel. And on behalf of Lev Belev, the Sisterhood, a year of Sisti, the Temple Youth Group membership has been provided to you. Hope you enjoy these wonderful gifts. Mazel tov again.
Avery, as you said in your speech, life is good. And I hope at this moment that was the one time you didn't say it in your speech as you talked about your bar mitzvah and what this meant to you. But that's what bar mitzvah is about for us. In addition to reading Torah for the first time, it's a moment for us just to pause in your life and to recognize that, yes, life is good, that your life is filled with many blessings. As I've watched you grow up here at Temple, not holding you on the bima like Rabbi Mike did for your baby naming and your bris, but the other years that I've been able to be here and watch you and celebrate with you, I've seen incredible things. And as you talked about your great-grandparents for whom you're named, about Harold and Herman, that you said the qualities that your parents talked about when you were given that name was that nobody ever had anything bad to say about them. And I think it's pretty incredible that 13 years ago, as your parents thought about their hopes, their dreams, what they imagined for you in our world, and what they wanted for you to be like, was like those two great-grandparents of yours. And that those dreams, those wishes, that those came true. Because every time we see you, we see an incredible young man who just has a great heart, who is kind, who is caring, who looks out for the people who are around him. And if we were to survey the people around you, I imagine that we would find nobody that would say anything bad about them, just like your great-grandparents. Because you bring such goodness into our world, in the way that you treat the people around you, and the way that you see our world as well. That all throughout this process, you've asked, Rabbi, did I do good? Am I doing well in this? And I imagine that's not just your rabbis that you're asking, your cantor, your parents, your grandparents as you go through. Avery, I can tell you that on behalf of everybody here, you did awesome. And you were great today. And that's exactly what we expected. Because throughout this process, you've put your all into it. This is something that you were dedicated to, and that when we asked you to do something, you followed through. And when you do things like that, we know that you're going to succeed. And we hope that just as you succeeded today, that throughout your life you'll feel those successes as well. That you'll feel the blessings that you have, and that you'll continue to share the blessings that you possess with our world. As we ask God to bless you now.
Avery, as we've talked about, not yet, I've talked about a long time. Yes, when your parents stood here and became husband and wife, I had to look up at them. So it's no surprise that would happen now. But rabbis always come prepared. So my may you always look up to your rabbis. May you know your rabbis always get the last word. I need 2 step stools, I think. May you always be blessed, my friend, with these words that have been said to your family on many joyous times, many simchas, and may you always have that as a part of your life, as we ask God to bless you now. May God bless you. May God protect you. May God's light shine upon you and shine through you. Avery, may God always be a part of who you are, giving you your strengths and your humility, giving you all of your gifts, Giving you nachas from kinder, joy from children, may you have what your parents, grandparents feel. May you have gesund, health, parnasa, success, and whatever you choose to do. And most of all, may you have shalom, peace in your heart and your mind. May you bring a little more peace into our world, my friend. We all say, Amen.
Amen.
Hashivenu Adonai Elecha Benashuva Chadish Chadish Yameinu Chadish Yameinu
We'll continue with our prayers of Aleinu and Kaddish, including prayers of our service as we turn to page 41 in our prayer books and rise together.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, לגורלנו ככל אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
The Kaddish may be understood as a praise for the gift of life, love, and thought. A reminder of all that came before us, testament to psalmists and sages, poets and prophets of our people who made our life and our faith possible. It's a celebration of our past, our present, and our future. And though it never mentions death, it's a reminder of all the friendships we've cherished, the memories we've shared. And even in the most painful times, the Kaddish is our statement of faith. This time in our prayers, our thoughts turn to those taken from our midst in this past month, whose Shloshim we mark, friends and family of our congregation: Marshall Oser, Kenneth Kurjan, Sonia Liederman, Leslie Katinsky, Leonard Brose, Emily Rogo, Leonard Hosner, as well as the 2,420 Americans in our armed forces lost in Iraq and Afghanistan, the surrounding areas to date. Linking their names and names whose yortzites we mark on this Shabbat, those anniversary of passing we lovingly commemorate: Eudice Blank, Joan Brown, Esther Chudaroff, Harry Yates Cohen, Edward Fior, Phil Garfinkel, Doris Goodman, Arnie Grossman, Kenneth Itzkovitz, Lillian Katz, Audrey Klegman, William Klegman, Pearl Cleef, Charles Kominarski, Marnie Grossfeld Kurjan, William Anashkin, Dorothy Moss, Francis Naines, Harry Paul, and Fanny Paul, Gloria Portney, Gloria Richmond, Francis Rosen, Gerald Schumacher, Helen Sherman, Mimi Adler Sokolowski, Myra Spizisen, as well as Jews across America tonight stand together to remember the 11 who were killed on Shabbat 1 year ago in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So too do we as a community add their names to our prayers of Kaddish, to our list, linking ourselves with them and pausing for a moment and remembering as well those members of the Tree of Life Synagogue and Congregation Dor Chadash, Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Obinowitz, Cecil and David Rosenthal, Bernice and Sylvan Simon, Daniel Stein, Melvin Wax, Irving Younger. Linking their names to all those in our family, in our community, those we remember, as well as those who have no one to stand and say Kaddish for them. So do we stand together now as one community. And join the immortal words of the mourner's Kaddish is found on page 46 of our prayer books. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach lirate v'yalmich malchute, b'chayachon u'vyomechon u'chayedecho beit Yisrael, pagala ubizman kariv imru. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ma'amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'nadar v'naleh v'nalal, shmei kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiram b'yamav imru, amen. Yehei shoma Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. The source of peace, and peace to those who mourn, comfort to those who are bereaved, here and everywhere. And let us say,
Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos, Rabbi.
Before we conclude our service in just a moment, we pause for a tish. And almost every time we're together for our services, a tish is a table in Yiddish. And we take a moment during services to answer any question you may have about Jewish law or lore, whatever it is that you may be curious about, whether it's something you saw tonight or something that's occurred or something you're curious about. Tradition was 300, 400 years ago, the Rebbe's would sit around a table, a tish, and do that after their Shabbat morning prayer. And we continue that tradition before we enjoy a little nosh and oneg in honor of our bar mitzvah in just a minute, but give you a chance for your questions if you'd like. So your turn.
Those questions, a quick thank you as well to our ushers, to Julie Blair, to Michael Pearl for helping out and making sure everybody found a great seat and had a prayer book and anywhere around. So thank you both for all your help.
Two more things as well to share. On Sunday, our Brotherhood is hosting our annual Business Expo here at Temple with, 70 different businesses showing their wares and different things like that. It's open to the community. Hope you can come and support it. I'm sure if you're part of the, Gach Mintz clan, all your festivities will be over by the time it starts at 1, so it's a great way to wind down your weekend and have fun with that as well. And next weekend, we have our musician in residence, our artist in residence, Alan Goodis will be with us on Friday night, leading services with Cantor and all music service. And then on Saturday evening, a Java Havdalah music program as well for us to enjoy. And now for your questions. Or not. Yes.
Nomi.
Nomi. How old is the Kaddish prayer as a prayer? Who wrote it? Well, that's it. So when did it go? It goes back, I want to say like 1,800 years. There's first record of it. So the Kaddish as a prayer, actually, if you go to a traditional service, there often will be 5 different times you say Kaddish, right? And only the last one is the mourner's Kaddish that we still use. Morning services, sometimes we have the reader's Kaddish as well, so we may have 2. Traditional will have 5 times the way to divide it. And according to tradition, one rabbi used to always start his study with that. And this is 1,800 years ago, I believe. And his students honored him when he passed away as continuing to start their study with that same prayer. And they taught that to their students. And then when they passed away, their students taught to their students. And it became a way to give thanks. Because nowhere does it mention death, right? It's all about, it says God is great, God is good, holy be God's name, and the blessings that we experience and the reminder of that in our world. So
It's interesting, too, the Kaddish is the only one of the few prayers that we have that's in Aramaic. It's actually not in Hebrew, which also helps us date it in trying to figure out when ancient Israelites were speaking Aramaic instead of Hebrew as the Lashon HaKodesh, the holy language, as we use that. And so the Kaddish, as it's recited for one of those 5 different ways, was split up during the services as was done, but the age of it is probably, as Rabbi said, close to 1,800 years old. Written, we know it's not from the Torah. It's one that was added a little bit later on. A lot of our prayers actually don't come from the Torah. They're added later on with rabbis responding to questions that were asked of them. What do we say when we want to pray for X? Or what do we say when we want to pray for Y? And these letters would be written to these great rabbis in different cities, and when their response was recorded and kept, and those responses made it into some of our prayer books as prayers, because they said this is what you would say when you wanted forgiveness or a good year or whatever it might be. So the Kaddish is probably one of those prayers as well. What do we say when we want to bless God?
I want to amend my first answer, adding to that as well, going back to 2,200 years, I think. Because Jesus asked in the Sermon on the Mount, what do you say when someone dies? And he says, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, and kingdom come, right? Which Christians know as the Lord's Prayer as part of that, right? Because when that's translated from Aramaic to Greek to Latin, and then over time to English, it becomes that. Right? The second paragraph about our daily bread was added by the church later in time. So if Jesus was saying that 2,000 years ago, we know, and with the Aramaic, it's 2,200 years ago, actually. There you go. See? We play off each other and we figure something out. Every once in a while, I may get it right. We rise together for our concluding prayer as we give thanks for this moment, and we call our bar mitzvah, Avery, to join us together on the bima, giving thanks for our youth and for our families together. Adonai oz emo yitain, Adonai v'rechet emo v'shalom. May God give strength to all people. May God bless all of us here and everywhere with peace. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Are you sick?